What's up guys, LG sent me their latest flagship, the G4, and one of the most impressive things about this phone is its camera. I invited my friend over, Romel Estrada, who's a professional photographer for Moto Lyric, and he's gonna be putting it up against his DSLR. What do you got there?
I got a Canon 5D Mark II attached to a 2470 Type 2 L glass. Both are Canon products, both worth around 3,000 or 4,000 totally combined right here.
So we're gonna see if the G4 can take really good pictures compared to a DSLR. So without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, so we're going through these photos that we took on the camera phone. Here's a car. You can see the texture of the carbon fiber. Really nice. Based on composition, you know, and again, I'm taking this phone camera, grabbing it out of my pocket, going through, taking pictures. Boom. Nothing fancy. Not using its special features. All in automatic. Nothing crazy like that, okay?
Now these are actually the JPEG images. They're not the raw files. So to keep that in mind when you guys are watching this.
That's correct. All JPEG. And here, wow, here's a good photo. A lot of detail you can still see right here where the bolt, the strap, and of course the way this was a weathered cord. You can see all the different colors in it. I really like this photo a lot. I would not be able to tell if it was an SLR or a phone camera unless I really dissect it all the way through in the background, which then the blur is not consistent. It's blurred, but it's like a choppy blur. Not a big deal because what I'm focusing is right here. I could always crop that out, do something like that. Now, if I was to put this in post-processing, I could oversaturate it, highlight it, contrast, all that, you know, all that nice stuff. Make it really nice. Make it a good photo. Very nice. Love that photo. Here's a nice picture of an Acura NSX. I like this car, personally. Here's a good detail of the tape that was on this car in particular. 4 shades of the tape that was originally there. It was gray and black. Really like this because it shows a lot of detail, no loss in color. Very nice photo. Again, there might be little, very small stuff here that I probably wouldn't be able to know or tell if I was just looking at the photo. As a professional photographer, and this is for a client or something in that nature, yeah, I'll dissect and say, oh, well, this photo's okay. I would have to get artsy with it in Photoshop or something like that. But in this case, as a photo out of the box, boom, done and correct. Here's a building. Lines are straight. Photo's done. No loss in color. There are some detailed areas here in the sky that is kind of choppy or kind of pixelated, but I mean, it's, again, here's a great example where you use an SLR, you put a lens on, it'll give you that fisheye effect, which some people might like, but if I'm taking a building picture, I want it all properly aligned. This has done it for me. With the lens, I have to find that lens in my bag to make sure that I get that same effect, which in this case, each lens is going to cost me anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. And, you know, you put it on and all that. That's professional equipment. That's what you get. With this, snap it, boom. Moving on. Here's where it gets interesting though. In cars in action, the detail of the car is kind of lost, but it gets the photo. The car's in motion. The wheels are not in moving motion, which if I had my camera SLR, my DSLR, I would have it on shutter priority, have the wheels turning, the car moving, and it would look very kind of artsy in its way, but also very focused, the car fully in focus. I did not switch any settings on this camera phone to where I can change the ISO, the shutter priority, or any of that, which you can do that on this phone, but I did not do that because again, I mentioned earlier, I'm grabbing the phone out of my pocket or my bag, wherever I'm doing, taking photos, boom, 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 always with the action. And you know, in a general perspective, I like it. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for pretty much almost anybody. And in reality, you can still see some detail out there. Not bad at all. Very nice.
Now let me ask you, in comparison to, let's say, I mean, you use an iPhone.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. And he, by the way, he knows nothing about Android that much.
No,
so,
I don't.
So let me ask you, looking at the pictures here, and I want your honest opinion.
Sure.
Would this make you, let's forget about operating system. Let's just focus on the camera.
Right.
Knowing that this has a pro mode, and you're able to adjust the ISO and all that, and I'm sure there's probably applications on the iPhone that allow you to do stuff like that.
Sure.
Is this a camera that you would desire on an iPhone? And I want your honest opinion on this.
Yeah, actually I would, because see, here's the thing. As a professional photographer, the reason why I have the iPhone is because I love the quality of the photos. Now, not knowing anything about the Androids, or of course in this case, this phone camera in particular, and knowing what its capability, I'm already impressed with just its basic photos. Not even using the adjustments and the capabilities that it's able to do. And with that in mind, I'm excited to actually wanting to maybe possibly purchase one or use one as a prototype. I really like everything about it. There's nothing that I do not like because of the fact knowing just using it out of the box, I mean, boom, it's already impressive. I'm the type of person that likes to put photos right away on Instagram social handles right away, right? If I take this photo right here, and especially my favorite photo, very little filtering I need to do or any post-processing I need to do, but bam, it's exactly what I need. It doesn't, there's nothing I need to do, and it's very impressive. Very, very impressive.
Well, thank you so much, Ramel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you for inviting me. I really like this.
So that pretty much wraps up our test. Now, something I didn't tell you guys is that we went to a couple of different malls and we were kicked out by security because when they saw Romel's DSLR camera and all of my video camera equipment, they said it was professional and we needed a permit to shoot. So then I asked, what about all of the other people that are taking pictures and video with their cell phone cameras? How come you're not going out there and harassing them? And according to them, it's private property, and because the type of equipment that we have, which is considered professional, we needed a permit. So here's some food for thought. If cameras like this are capable of shooting professional quality video, professional quality pictures, will they eventually get banned? Or is it just perception? Think about it like this also. A wedding photographer, if he goes out to a wedding and he shows up with a cell phone camera, will the bride flip out? Probably so, because in her mind, it's perception. There's no way that you can take quality pictures with a cell phone camera. Anyhow, guys, leave your comments down below on your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button. And if you didn't, dislike this video, but let me know why. Thanks again for watching, and you'll catch me in the next one. Adios.